It's back to school time and I've got our 9th grade curriculum choices to share with you. Hi, it's Lisa, and before we start on our 9th grade curriculum, I want to share something. Please take this to heart. If you are at all feeling like you have no business doing this homeschooling thing, that you just don't have enough patience, enough time, enough money, know that you are not alone. It is a daily thought that crosses probably everyone's mind who tries to homeschool. So in this moment, I just want us to renounce the lie and speak the truth into this. Let's renounce the lie that you can't, that you don't have what it takes. And let's embrace the truth that you have the particular skills and gifts to especially care for and educate your kids. Okay, so that pep talk was also for me, because here at the beginning of August, I got ready to start. I'm still enjoying summer, but I know that I have to be disciplined and get all the things together so that we are ready to go for our first day of school. So 9th grade. 9th grade this year is gonna be a little bit different in our homeschool. We have our daughter in 9th grade, and she will be taking 4 online classes. That's new. Last year we kind of test drove the online classes through Mother of Divine Grace School. They have a cool program where the kids don't visually see each other, but they are in a classroom, Adobe Connect classroom. So the teacher is talking and they can hear each other's voices when they raise their hand by clicking on the screen and such. It was all new to me, but very cool. My daughter loved it. And so we're gonna try that again this year. It fits really well with her because of her age, her development. I mean, these kids, right, they're little and they go through these different stages of development. And right now, she really does value what a teacher says and what peers say. So it really fell in line perfectly with her age to do something like this. We're really biting the bullet to make it happen though. So thanks be to God, and God bless my husband for believing in this and trusting my decisions. I mean, the child was even willing to work to try to help earn money to pay for the classes, so bless her heart. Being homeschoolers means that we do have some books from when our older children did these courses, but some of the books are consumables, like workbooks and such, which would have writing in them, so those we're gonna need to purchase again. And some of the other books that were just new to us, because we did use Seton Home Study School for some of our high schooling, so we needed to get some of the new books. Keeping in mind that we have a younger son who's starting 7th grade, and these books will go to him when he hits the 9th grade years. So I just kept telling myself that you know, this $6.95 Jane Austen Sense and Sensibility is just half the cost. You know, I'm just rationalizing here because he's gonna be doing it too. Okay, let me just show you the books. These are in no particular order. I just wanna show them all to you. So we've got Lives of Plutarch, and then we've got The Virginian, Shadows on the Rock, Bold Journey, the Lewis and Clark Expedition, Johnny Tregate's Musket, The Witch of Blackbird Pond, Corrie ten Boom's The Hiding Place, Christ in the Americas, The Song at the Scaffold, which kind of looks very dismal to me. The American Revolutionaries. This is actually pretty cool. This is in their own words. So this is letters and quotes from different people of that time. Okay, then we've got our Sense and Sensibility that I mentioned before. The Tempest. Rifles for Weighty by Harold Keith. And then we've got some science books. We've got, they're like transparencies, activity guides. So weather, the solar system, oceans, astronomy for all ages, activities for children and adults, it says, geology, and oceanography. We also have The World's Greatest Speeches. It's a big book. And then new to us this year is Holt Traditions, Grammar, Usage, Mechanics, and Sentences. And it says it's got interactive online student edition. This is new to us. And the grammar answer key. This is key for me. Early in our homeschooling years, I didn't buy the answer keys. One, because they were young, and so I could figure out some of these answers, you know. But as they get older and you have more than one child, or even just one child that you're teaching, just to be able to go to the answer key and get the answer that they would like, not necessarily what I remember learning, is really important. It really streamlines the day. It doesn't leave your child sitting there waiting when they really need you to respond so that they can continue through their subject and then finish off their day. They're not waiting on you to say, well, you know, I'll look that up, honey. And then maybe mom doesn't look it up, you know. There's also this film, and it was A More Perfect Union. And then this is her first year. Oh, this also goes with the, it's a composition book. So it's got writing tips and instruction on how to write manuscripts and essays. And then this is her first 2 books in the Father John Lau series. So Catholic Morality and Chief Truths of the Faith. Of course, she has her Bible. There's also like the American History Atlas and some other books like Johnny Tremaine that we have at home. I just have to locate them in our bookshelf. And she received the Sacrament of Confirmation last year, so she won't be involved in CCD or PSR, Parish School of Religion, which is what they call it here in our state. So youth ministry was so valuable for my husband and myself in those high school years. So I'm really excited that she has a sweet group of girls and they are going together to youth group this year. Now, I also purchased the composition books like I mentioned in another video that I'll link in the description box below. Then you can check out my essentials, the things I just love to have for our kids for homeschool. I've just found that some of these things just work. I mean, we no longer buy refills for mechanical pencils. The writing comes out very light and it rips paper when you're younger. My kids actually really like to write in ink, so they like to have ballpoint pens, but also the Ticonderoga pencils. Anyway, check out that video. In there you'll find the little essentials that I like to have in our homeschool. And by the way, our homeschool is not in a room. Our homeschool is at the kitchen table, and when the kids are doing their online classes, at the dining room table, so that they can have a little bit of quiet, and they even use some noise canceling headphones, which helps for them in their classroom, and also for the other kids on the other end in their classroom. They're not hearing all of this ambient sounds around the house. For PE, our family loves to stay fit, so between swimming, biking, and running, we're doing a lot of fitness during the week, and our 9th grader has even signed up for half marathon, so she's completed a half marathon at the end of this year, and she ran that combining her visit with the Franciscan Sisters TOR, which you can watch that video too if you like. That was a really amazing day. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. However, unlike a marathon, it's not about the finish line. It's not about the time you get. Oh, I finished this subject in so many months, or she finishes her math in 10 minutes. It's just not about the time you get, it's about the time you have. It's those special moments being together as family, the big topics that come up offhand when your kid's doing art, the moments that you could pray together and with them for something going on with them or for a friend who is sick. It's those opportunities to build virtues, and you're right there with them. So it's about the time you have. If you click over here, you're going to find some more videos on homeschooling, or maybe where you are in your season of life right now. And remember, enjoy the journey.